Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
1. Introduction. Recently, there was a serious fight between Thailand and Cambodia. It happened at their shared border. This fight was very intense and caused many problems. On a recent Thursday, the long-standing tensions between these two nations became a deadly conflict. Reports said that at least 12 people from Thailand died. Most of these people were not soldiers. It is not clear how many people from Cambodia died during this battle. Both countries say that the other side started the fighting. They blame each other for making the situation worse. The conflict reportedly began with gunshots near the border. Thailand also said that Cambodia fired rockets. In response, Thailand used airstrikes against military targets in Cambodia. This situation makes many people ask a big question: why are Thailand and Cambodia fighting? To understand this, we need to look at the past. This problem is not new. In fact, the disagreement between Thailand and Cambodia is very old. It started more than 100 years ago. At that time, the borders of the two countries were drawn. This happened after France controlled Cambodia for a period. These old border lines created problems that continue even today. Over the years, there have been small fights from time to time. Soldiers and civilians from both sides have been killed in these clashes. The situation became officially difficult in 2008. This was when Cambodia tried to make an old temple built in the 11th century a special World Heritage Site. This temple is in the disputed area. Thailand did not agree with this plan and protested strongly. This event made the disagreement much worse. This book will help us understand why these two nations are fighting. We will learn about the long history behind the conflict. We will also look at the recent events that led to the deadly border battle. It is important to understand both sides of the story to get a clear picture. We need to learn about this conflict in a neutral way without taking sides. This will help us understand the complex nature of the dispute between Thailand and Cambodia. 2. The border fight starts. The border peace changed suddenly. On a recent Thursday, an old disagreement between Thailand and Cambodia became a serious fight. This battle happened fast and caused much damage. Thai officials said at least 12 Thai people died. Most were not soldiers but civilians. It is not clear how many people on the Cambodian side lost their lives during this fighting. Their exact number is still unknown. Both countries quickly blamed each other for starting the conflict. Each side said the other fired first. This made the situation much worse very fast. Thailand's National Security Council shared its view. They said that early on Thursday morning, around 7:30, Cambodian soldiers used drones. These flew over Thai troops near the border. After this, Cambodian soldiers gathered closer with rocket-propelled grenades. Thai soldiers tried to talk to them, shouting to stop, but it did not work. Thailand said Cambodian soldiers then started shooting around 8:20. This forced the Thai side to shoot back. Thailand also said Cambodia used heavy weapons like rocket launchers and artillery. These weapons damaged many buildings. Homes, a hospital, and a gas station on the Thai side were hit. However, Cambodia told a different story. Cambodia claimed Thai soldiers started the fight earlier, around 6:30. They said Thai soldiers moved forward near a temple against an old agreement. Cambodia stated Thai soldiers put barbed wire around the temple's base. Cambodia also said Thai soldiers used a drone after 7 o'clock. Then, around 8:30, Thai soldiers fired shots into the air. Cambodia's Ministry of National Defense spokesperson said at 8:46, Thai soldiers fired at Cambodian troops first. This left Cambodian soldiers no choice but to defend themselves. Cambodia also accused Thailand of sending too many soldiers, using heavy weapons, and carrying out air attacks on Cambodian land. The fighting was sudden and intense. Both sides used strong weapons. Many people were hurt or killed. That Thursday showed a chaotic and dangerous situation. Each nation had a very different idea of who started the fight. 3. Old land, old problem. The border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia is not a new problem. In fact, this argument has a long history. It started more than 100 years ago. At that time, French people had control over Cambodia. This period is known as the French occupation of Cambodia. During this time, the borders between Thailand and Cambodia were officially drawn. The French authorities were responsible for making these border lines. They used maps and agreements to decide where each country's land ended. However, the way these lines were drawn caused many difficulties. The old maps were sometimes unclear. Also, the lines did not always match what the local people believed was their land. This created areas where both Thailand and Cambodia felt they had a right to the land. Because of these unclear lines, disagreements began. For example, there were places where the border was not marked well. This meant that soldiers and people from both sides could easily cross into what the other country thought was their area. These small issues grew into bigger problems over many years. Both nations held strong beliefs about which land belonged to them. The historical lines made during the French occupation created a deep root for the current problems. Even today, the two countries look at the same maps but understand them differently. This difference in understanding has led to long-standing disagreements about the border. It means that the tensions we see now are not just from recent events. They are connected to decisions made a very long time ago. This old land has an old problem that continues to affect the people of both nations. The history of the border lines is key to understanding the ongoing conflict. The French rule ended, but the border problems did not. The new countries inherited these unclear lines. This made it hard for them to live side by side without conflict. Each generation has faced the same questions about who owns what. The old lines drawn on paper led to real problems on the ground. These historical disagreements mean that trust between the two countries can be low. People remember the past, and it shapes how they see the present. The dispute over the land is a very old wound that has never fully healed, making it difficult to find a lasting peace. 4. The temple's big role. The Pre-Vihir Temple is a very old building. It is an important place. This temple stands on land that both Thailand and Cambodia say is theirs. This makes it a central part of their disagreement. The temple is many centuries old, built a very long time ago. Its location near the border has always been a point of tension between the two countries. In the year 2008, Cambodia made a big decision. it decided to ask for the temple to be a special place. Cambodia wanted the Pre-Vihir Temple to be listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This means a place that is important for all the world to see and protect. Cambodia believed the temple was part of its history and culture. By trying to list it, Cambodia wanted the world to recognize its claim to the temple. Thailand did not agree with Cambodia's action. When Cambodia tried to register the temple, Thailand showed strong anger. There was a big protest from Thailand. Thai people and the Thai government did not like this move. They believed the temple was on their land, so they saw Cambodia's action as a challenge to their claim. This made the situation much worse. The disagreement over the temple became very serious after this. Before 2008, there were already problems about the border, but Cambodia's attempt to register the temple made things officially hostile. It changed the nature of the dispute. The two countries began to have more direct conflicts. Soldiers and people sometimes died in small fights near the border. These fights happened often after the temple issue became so big. The Pre-Vihir Temple is on a high cliff. It is a beautiful place, but its beauty hides a long history of conflict. The temple itself did not cause the fight, but it became a symbol. It showed the deep disagreement between Thailand and Cambodia about their shared border. The attempt to make it a World Heritage Site was a key moment. It brought the old border problem to the world's attention. It also made the two countries more ready to fight over the land. This event in 2008 made the border dispute much more serious and dangerous. It showed how a historical site could become a reason for modern conflict. The temple, therefore, played a big role in the increasing problems between the two nations. It continued to be a flashpoint for many years. 5. Recent bad feelings. The recent fighting between Thailand and Cambodia did not start suddenly. The bad feelings had grown for many months before the big battle. People on both sides felt more and more worried. The situation became very difficult step by step. One important event happened in May. In that month, a Cambodian soldier died in a border clash. This was a very sad event. After this, the relationship between Thailand and Cambodia became much worse. Their ties fell to the lowest point in more than 10 years. It was a very bad time for both countries. This incident showed that the border area was still a dangerous place. After the soldier died, both countries started to take more actions against each other. In the 2 months before the recent fight, they put new rules on their shared border. These rules made things harder for people and trade. For example, Cambodia stopped bringing in many things from Thailand. They banned imports like fresh fruits and healthy vegetables. Cambodia also stopped buying power and internet services from Thailand. These actions were a way to show their anger and worry. They wanted to send a strong message to Thailand. At the same time, both Thailand and Cambodia sent more soldiers to the border. They put more troops in the areas where the old temple stands and where the land is not clear. In recent weeks, many more soldiers stood guard. This increase in military presence made the border look like a place ready for war. Both sides wanted to be ready if a fight started. The soldiers brought more weapons and built stronger positions. So, the killing of the soldier, the new border rules, and the many soldiers on the land all added to the bad feelings. These things slowly built up. They made the border area a very tense place. It was like a pot slowly boiling, getting hotter and hotter. Everyone knew that something big could happen soon. The air was full of worry and anger. This difficult situation led directly to the deadly fighting that happened next. 6. Who started it? The recent fighting between Thailand and Cambodia brought up a big question: who started it? Both countries had very different stories about how the battle began. It was hard to know the full truth because each side blamed the other for the start of the conflict. This made understanding the events difficult. Thailand shared its version of events. Thai officials said that on Thursday morning, just after 7:30, Cambodian military drones flew over Thai troops. These drones were watching the Thai soldiers near the border. Soon after, Cambodian soldiers gathered closer to the border. They carried weapons called rocket-propelled grenades. Thai soldiers tried to talk to them. They shouted to try and stop the situation from getting worse, but their efforts did not work. Thailand claimed that Cambodian soldiers opened fire first. This happened at about 8:20 in the morning. Because of this, Thai soldiers had to fight back. Thailand also accused Cambodia of using very powerful weapons. These included BM-21 rocket launchers and artillery. Thailand reported that these heavy weapons damaged many buildings. Homes, a hospital, and even a petrol station on the Thai side of the border were hit. However, Cambodia had a different story. Cambodian officials said that Thai soldiers started the conflict. They claimed it began earlier, at about 6:30 in the morning. Cambodia stated that Thai soldiers moved forward towards a temple near the border. This was against an agreement they had made before. The Thai soldiers then put barbed wire around the base of the temple. After 7 o'clock, Thai soldiers used a drone. Later, at about 8:30, Cambodian officials said Thai soldiers fired shots into the air. But then, at 8:46 in the morning, Cambodia claimed Thai soldiers fired directly at Cambodian troops. Cambodia said its soldiers had no choice but to fight back to protect themselves. Cambodia also accused Thailand of using too many soldiers, heavy weapons, and even airstrikes on Cambodian land. The two stories were very different. Each country strongly believed its own account of what happened. This made it very difficult to understand exactly what happened first and who was responsible for the fighting. It was a clear example of how hard it can be to find the truth when two sides are in conflict and blame each other. 7. What comes next? The recent intense fighting between Thailand and Cambodia has raised questions about what will happen next. Both nations are now looking at ways to deal with the situation. Leaders are working to find a path forward, but the future is not clear. The fighting could stop, or it could become worse. It is a time for diplomatic efforts, which are talks between countries to solve problems. These talks will decide if the situation will calm down or if the conflict will grow larger. Thailand's acting premier, Phumtham Wechayachai, spoke about the problem. He said that the dispute with Cambodia is a sensitive matter. He believes it must be handled with great care. He also said that any solutions should follow international rules. This means that both sides should respect global laws when trying to end the conflict. His words show a hope for a careful and lawful approach to the border issue. This approach aims to prevent more fighting and find a lasting solution. On the other side, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet also shared his country's view. He stated that Cambodia wants to solve the dispute peacefully. He said that his country prefers talks and calm ways to end the problem. However, he also made it clear that Cambodia must be ready to defend itself. He said that if there is armed aggression, Cambodia will have no choice but to respond with armed force. This shows that while peace is the goal, defense is also a strong consideration for Cambodia in this difficult time. In the past, there have been other serious fights between Thailand and Cambodia. Often, these fights stopped quite quickly. People who study the region think that this pattern might happen again. They hope that the current fighting will also de-escalate, meaning it will become less intense and then stop. This has been a common way for these border problems to cool down in previous times. History suggests that a quick end to the conflict is possible. However, there is a new challenge this time. Some experts worry about the current leaders in both countries. They believe that the leaders may not have enough strength or confidence to pull back from this confrontation now. It takes strong leadership to move away from a difficult situation like this. If leaders are not able to make hard decisions to end the conflict, the fighting might continue for a longer time. The coming days will show if the current leaders can guide their nations away from further conflict and towards a peaceful resolution. This period is very important for the future of the border dispute. 8. Looking ahead. This lesson has shown us many things about the conflict between two nations. We have learned that the problem is not new. It has a very long history, going back more than 100 years. The borders were drawn a long time ago, and this caused disagreements. A special temple, built many centuries ago, also plays a big part in the fight. When one country tried to make it a World Heritage Site, the other country did not like it. This made the situation worse. The fighting has been very serious. People have been hurt and some have died. We know that at least 12 people from one side, many of them not soldiers, lost their lives. We do not know how many people from the other side have died. The fighting has also damaged buildings, like homes, a hospital, and a petrol station. However, the fighting is mostly in a small area near the border. It is not happening everywhere. Because of the fighting, advice has been given to travelers. People are told to be extra careful if they go to these areas. They should be especially careful near the temples. One big country has even told its citizens to stay away from the border area. This shows that the situation is difficult. This conflict is important because it can affect the peace of the whole region. When two neighboring countries fight, it can make other countries worried. Leaders around the world watch these events. For example, some global leaders like Donald Trump, who was president of the United States a second time, observe such situations carefully. They want to see what happens and how it might change things. In the end, this dispute needs careful talks and understanding. Both sides have their reasons and their history. For peace to return and stay, leaders must work together. They need to find ways to talk and agree without fighting. It is a hard path, but it is the only way forward for lasting peace.